Hello and welcome to Blythe Business News. Today I'm joined by Ron Heeks, who is Managing Director of Larvotto Resources. Larvotto, listed in Australia on the ASX with the symbol of LRV. The company is developing one of the largest antimony prospects in the world. Ron, welcome back on the show. Now, since we last interviewed you, you've just announced a modification to the Hillgrove project plan where you're going to be moving towards a dry stacking process. Um, what drove that decision and what benefits is it going to have?
Yeah, thanks, Tim, and wonderful to be here to keep people up to date where we're going with the project. Yeah, the decision was made to move from the traditional wet tails to a dry stack landform. It doesn't actually even get called a tails dam anymore. So what we do is dry the tailings before they come out via filter presses, and we just stack them as a landform. This saves us a huge amount of permitting problems, and because tail dams are, of course, are quite a technical piece of kit that we have to look after. Dry stack makes a lot of sense, particularly where we are. If you're in the middle of WA, you probably wouldn't go this way, but we're not. We're in farmland. We have topography issues. We have room issues. So going to dry stack is a very important thing for us, and will certainly reduce the permitting timeline, but also make rehabilitation an ongoing process rather than one that's done at the end. You can't fix a tails dam until you've completed it, whereas this we rehabilitate as we go. So it's a much better solution, and when you look at 20 different factors, it wins on every single one. So it was a bit of a very easy decision to make at the end of the day.
Well, we like easy decisions. Now, you've also been doing some drilling. Tell us what you can about the recent drilling results from Baker's Creek and also from the Eleanor Garibaldi site.
Yeah, we've had some really good results from both zones. Some with nice high antimony in the Eleanor Garibaldi area, and deeper down at Baker's Creek again, we've had some nice 100 gram, 180 gram type hits that show that high grade mineralisation that we've previously identified. With our best hit there was 31 metres at 2 ounces. So that's continuing, that's building up. We've still got a long way to go with that. At Eleanor Garibaldi, we're really extending the mineralisation to the north and pushing it down a bit. Again, there's a long way to go with these programs, but we're getting some really nice results, very good grades, which will, help the project immensely. And we currently have 4 rigs on site, and they are both double shifting, or all double shifting, and we look forward to ongoing results coming in over the following months.
You've also, I mean, you've been busy the last few weeks, Ron. You've also just announced the launch of an induced polarization trial survey over Clark's Gully. Now, what's that hoping to achieve?
That's really looking for different ways of targeting, and IP is a very successful way of doing that. We believe that it will work in this area. Our zones aren't quite as wide as your typical ore bodies, being narrow and higher grade. We still believe it'll work, and if it does, it will save us a huge amount of drilling and it'll allow us to target areas. And we're putting it over the Bakers Creek area because, Clark's Gully area, because we know everything about that. We've got a resource and a reserve on that area. It's a very easy area to get into. It's open. So we're putting a trials survey over that area. And if that works, we'll then extend it along the, near 20 kilometres of strike of these zones that we have that have got sporadic workings all over them and the odd drill hole. Very interesting. But this will help us target and identify new drill areas very, very quickly.
You're moving closer to production, and you've just appointed 2 new exploration managers. You've purchased the Echidna Gully. What does all that mean for you as you move towards production?
Oh, well, we're building the team up, Tim. We've got an exploration manager now based in Perth and one at Hillgrove. They're very senior people. They've got, both more than 30 years experience in the industry. So they'll help lead the team forward with, we're spending over $2.5 million a month on exploration. So we need the team to support that and analyse the information. there's a lot coming in and there's a lot to be done. It's a complex area and there's a lot of things to follow up near surface, at depth, along strike. So it's a big job. So the geological team is expanding, and now we've got some very good team leaders in there to do that work. So we look forward to, more results coming out and exciting things coming out, apart from all the other things we're doing. Echidna Gully is a function centre that in a straight line is about 1.2 kilometres from the mill. It's on the other side of the gully. It saves us a huge amount of work. It's licensed for 100 people. It was a function centre where all the local companies used to hold their Christmas parties. There's been more than a few weddings there. It's easily going to be the most eclectic mine camp in Australia, but for us, it's pretty well a walk-in facility. So it saves us a huge amount of thinking time, planning time, organising time, and done very, very cost effectively. And it's right next to our facility. So it's a great win all around. And again, it highlights the benefit of being where we are. We're not that remote. We're only 20 kilometres out of a major town. So we get a lot of these benefits along the way, and that's probably saved us, $10 million worth of construction and a huge amount of time and effort that can be put into making sure the processing plant and other things are done properly.
Before I let you go, Ron, looking to the next few months, what should investors in Larvotto, what should viewers of the programme be looking for in terms of news flow?
Well, certainly coming up very shortly is our DFS. We were hoping to have that out by the end of March. We've had a few delays, mainly around that tailings and redesigning what we were doing with the tailings. That was an engineering package that wasn't actually envisaged when we started that. So it's fair to say we've had more than a few people questioning where that DFS is. It is coming along, and it will be out very, very shortly. So that'll be a big package. We're also extremely well advanced on the financing side. We've got some interesting things on exploration, and we do have a fair bit of tungsten floating around the area. So we'll be putting out a release on some tungsten information, which gives us yet another critical mineral. So there's a lot going to be happening over the next few months, and the team is working extremely hard at the moment, trying to get information together. And to an extent, we actually don't have the time to get the releases out about it because we're too busy putting it all together. But there'll be a lot of information coming very shortly.
Nice problems to have. Ron, come back, keep us updated. Thanks for joining us today. That was Ron Heeks, Managing Director of Larvotto Resources, based in Australia, giving us a very good overview of recent developments at the site in Australia. That's it for this edition of Blythe Business News. Thanks for watching.